This morning, after primaries yesterday, Hillary Clinton just 92 delegates short of securing the Democratic nomination for president. But it may be harder than she thought, because some superdelegates may be blocking her from sealing the deal. Here to weigh in is 2008 Democratic presidential candidate and a former superdelegate himself, once upon a time, Fox News contributor Dennis Kucinich, who joins us today from London. Good morning, Congressman.
Good morning.
Okay, so a small group of superdelegates could close a deal for Hillary, but they won't in the name of fairness. Can you explain what's going on?
Well, let's face it, that some of the superdelegates are not for Secretary Clinton. Others are being cross-pressured. And when you consider that it's quite likely that Secretary Clinton will seal the deal after the California primary, I think that this momentary blip of superdelegates, a small group against her, may not be decisive.
So it sounds like they're going to remain on the sidelines, some of the small group of superdelegates, until more votes are cast. You know, Congressman, the narrative has been from the Bernie side that the fix is in, that the superdelegates are all on Hillary's side. So it's interesting that there would be this patch of them who are just kind of waiting to see what happens when the smoke clears.
Well, Bernie Sanders has a certain amount of superdelegates who have come from states where he's done very well. What he's trying to do is to create a shift among superdelegates. I don't think he'll be able to do it to gain the nomination, though. But let's go beyond that scenario. This whole thing about party insiders controlling the result of a presidential choice, I don't go for it. I mean, let the decision be made by people who are pledged delegates coming out of either the primary voting process or the caucuses. But as long as in this election we have this process, it does advantage Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, but Congressman, you know, people looking in, they see the deal with the superdelegates, and then on the Republican side, you got the party insiders at the state conventions and things like that. I think people would just like, you know, there's something charming about winner takes all. If you win my state, you get all the delegates.
It's true, but the Democrats have decided on the rules that allow for proportional allocation of the delegates.
I know, and so the rules are the rules.
But I still think that you're probably looking at Secretary Clinton clinching it after California. But let me tell you, even though that may be true based on the mathematics, that Democratic convention in Philadelphia will be a real Donnybrook. It'll be what everyone thought the Republicans' convention was going to be.
On one side, it'll be the Hillary people, and the other side will be the Bernie people, and they're still angry. All right, Congressman, thank you very much for joining us from there along the banks of the Thames.